Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I've got a full face of MAC cosmetics, and for so many of us, MAC is so nostalgic. Like literally, it's like the beginning of our makeup era. You know, one of your first products was a MAC product. I know mine was one of the lipsticks. I think it was Velvet Teddy. Before Velvet Teddy was like the it color, which is quite funny actually. But yeah, full face of MAC is on this face. I am a very happy girl, that's all I'm gonna say. So let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing that we're going into is this MAC Fix Plus Gold Light, and we're gonna use that as a primer. I feel like Fix Plus is really good for like a makeup base. It's gonna get that foundation sticking really well, but also this has like gold little highlight shimmer bits in it, and I feel like they'll be really good for like a glow underneath the foundation. Oh my god, when I say that my face looks like the Tin Man, like look at that. I'm gonna zoom you in a second. There's gold everywhere. It's in my hair, it's on my face, it's on my clothing. Oh my god, that is like, that's ridiculous. What? Right, okay, I don't know if the camera's gonna pick up on it, but like I literally got gold shimmer all around my face. I look ridiculous, so I'm hoping that this is gonna give a really nice glow underneath my foundation. Maybe I should have just got the Prep and Glow. Right, so for foundation, I have the MAC Studio Fix SPF 15 NC37 foundation. This is a good match for my skin. I feel like it's a good like olivey kind of yellow toned color. A fresh bottle here. This foundation is iconic. Like when I was growing up, this was high-end makeup. Like if you had a MAC foundation, you were bougie. Yeah, so that's a really good match. And this foundation, I've used it so many times. I know it's a great foundation. This once upon a time was the creme de la creme of foundations. I mean, like now we have so many options, like drugstore options as well, that are like equally as good. But this, back in the day, was the shit. That is like between medium and full coverage. I am gonna add a little bit more because I can see my vitiligo around here. But I love this foundation. Like it gives coverage. It's like it still looks skin-like. It's not cakey at all. It's got like a little bit of dew in there, which I prefer. I don't like a matte foundation, but I really like this foundation. It's like a foolproof one. Like it's good, it works. So MAC have been on the market for a very long time. And when I was growing up, so maybe like 10 years ago, in my teens, like MAC were the innovators of makeup. They basically set the tone, set the game. They were just the top dogs. They're not that anymore because I feel like there's so many more brands, and I feel like MAC's kind of got lost in the crowd. No one really talks about them anymore, and they don't do too many exciting products. But it's a brand that is consistent, so you know their stuff is gonna work. Right, I ain't mad at that. I actually love that foundation. I love the finish. I love the color. It's great. So the next thing I'm gonna go into is concealer. Now for concealer, I've got the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. This is in the shade NC30. Oh my god, right. So back in the day, when I was in uni and my student loan would finally drop, I would spend probably 2 weeks worth of like food money on a new MAC lipstick and a concealer. And honestly, me and my best friend, we used to be like, yeah, we've made it, we've got bougie makeup. It was like the biggest treat for us. I feel like MAC just brings back so many nostalgic memories. I'm just gonna place it here. I've used this many times and I like this concealer. It's just got a really nice like thin consistency, and again it's like got really good coverage. Yeah, that looks beautiful on the skin. It's like a really nice thin layer, but it's full coverage. There's like, it's got a really nice highlighting effect because the shade NC30 is like a good highlighting shade on me. And I love the consistency. I just love it. I feel like my face looks really healthy, dewy right now. My base just looks, it looks great. Right, to kind of set that together, I've got a powder. So I've got the Studio Fix. This is the powder plus foundation and it's in the shade NC30. Looks like a nice shade. I ordered this online from Look Fantastic and it did come a little bit damaged. Like there's powder literally everywhere. Like there's a little crack in there if you can see, but this is the color. I feel like it's a really nice like yellow toned powder. The foundation and concealer have covered all the gold really well. I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but all of this is gold. Yeah, no, just no to that, just because it made everything gold. Like I've legit got gold stuff all over my shirt and I can't take it off. I can't even wipe it away. I'm gonna go into this powder and just see what it's like. I'm just gonna set that. It's actually not too far off my actual skin tone. And it's got a little bit of coverage, which I love in a powder. Okay, I think that's actually set my face really nicely. And it's left me with a little bit more coverage. And it smoothed out my skin. I actually really like this. I would use this a lot. You know what? Everything was really pricey though. Like, I think each item was around 30 quid. So you can just imagine how much the full face cost. This was pricey. This was, yeah. So as much as I like this, I feel like I would use it on days where like I'm going out somewhere for a nice brunch, dinner. You know, if I have something, this is not errand day makeup. This is, I'm going somewhere makeup. Right, so I'm really excited for the next product. So I have this palette. This is the MAC Star Dipped Face Compact and it's in the shade Medium Deep. You just look at this. So these are the shades and I'll just move it around so you can see like the iridescence and all the colors. But oh my god, it's so beautiful. So you get a bronzer, you get like a shimmery bronzer, like a shimmery deeper highlight, and then 2 highlighting shades here. It just looks freaking beautiful, like just so stunning. So we're gonna go into this bronzer. It's gonna kill me, like literally kill me to ruin that star pattern, but it's gonna happen at some point, so it might as well be now. Oh, it's just so beautiful. This was part of the Christmas collection, so you can't get it now, but usually they kind of do similar palettes each Christmas. So I reckon this Christmas there'll be something similar in the collection. Right, okay, so I'm going in and hopefully the star palette is not completely destroyed. Okay, let's start up here. Ooh, okay, that's pigmented and a lot warmer than I thought it was gonna be. There's pigment, but it's quite a dry formulation. It doesn't really move around that easily. But that might just be because I'm like dipping into the first layer. Maybe the deeper I get into this, the easier it is to blend. Just because I feel like the product at the top of a product is really tightly packed. It's packed so densely that you don't really get that pigment straight away. But that's warmed up my forehead really nicely. It is a nice shade. And I feel like a lot of skin tones could use this. Okay, so that is me nicely bronzed up. I actually really like that. I've not destroyed the star pattern that much. There is a little bit of indentation, but I can live with that. It still looks cute. Yeah, no, I feel like it's left a really, like, it's not cakey at all. It's a very fine layer of product on the face. It virtually looks like nothing. It's got pigment. It was a little bit tricky to blend, but I reckon it's because it's so densely packed. I really like this. I can't really complain. It's nice. Right, so for blush, it's not technically a blush. So I have this. This is the Extra Dimension Skin Finish and it's in the shade Starquake. It is so beautiful. So this is in one of their Christmas collections as well, and I got this. It's like pink and gold, and it just, oh, it's so beautiful. It kind of really reminds me of Orgasm from NARS. So I thought maybe I could use it as a blush, but then I swatched it and it was very, very highlighty, so I'm not entirely sure. So I'm gonna go in a little bit and I'm just gonna concentrate it up here just to see if it's just a highlight, because I'm not gonna do that to my entire cheek. There is a little bit of pink, but then I see a lot of gold glitter as well. So I'm like, okay, let's make it even on this side. Yeah, it's more of a highlight, I won't lie. I mean, it's a beautiful highlight, and there is a little bit of pink underneath, but I don't want to kind of take it here because I have full cheeks already. They do not need to look bigger. So that's beautiful, and you could probably use it as a blush. I think if you're a little bit fairer than me, it would really come off. But for someone with full cheeks, I would just say no. So that being said, I've got two options. I can either go really, really old school and use like a lipstick as a blush, which I used to do in my college days all the time. It's like an OG trick. It's like the OG cream blush. Or I can maybe try and use this like bronzy shade and maybe have like a bronzy blush. Go on, let's try it. Okay, I feel like that just added like a little bit of copper highlight onto my cheek. I feel like I'm going to be glowing to the gods today, because what on earth? I'm already so highlighted and I've not even got to highlighter yet. But I do feel like that added a little bit of color, so I'm not too mad at that. I do like the little flush of color that I've got going on. Funnily enough, I have more than two highlights. So I've got two highlights in here, like a pinky one and then a goldy one, right? They look freaking stunning. But then I have another like holiday palette, and I'm not too sure when I use this one, but I'll just show you guys. Yeah, so this is the outer packaging, and these are the shades, and it's actually really pretty. So you have like a bronzy one, you have a gold one, and then you have like more of a silvery one. I'm not too sure I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna dip into both of these and then just do a little bit, like literally a tiny bit of highlighting. I'm literally already glowing, but like I'm glowing even more. These two have a little bit of like glitter in them, and I really appreciate a little bit of glitter because I love it. Oh my god. Oh, I'm frosty. Guys, I am literally frosty. That's so pretty. It's like the pink one has got like this really nice pink iridescence. It's literally blinding. No, I'm actually obsessed. I'm obsessed. Look at this glow. Like, MAC highlighters are not messing around. They are freaking stunning, because look at that. Oh my god. Right, so before we get into eyeshadow or anything, the next thing I want to do is brows. So I've got the MAC eyebrow styler, and I've got it in the shade Stud. I've literally never used any MAC eyebrow product, so I'm curious. So this is what it looks like kind of basic. And then on one side you have a tip, which is not the finest thing ever. Probably like double or triple the size of the Huda one. And then a little spoolie. So I'm gonna spoolie them out and then draw them on, you know the script. Back in the day, I used to watch a lot of beauty tutorials, and they always used to skip past brows, and I used to be like, why? It used to annoy me, but I kind of get it now. It's like brows are pretty boring. I'll tell you what I haven't really subscribed to. The like glued up brows. I just don't think they suit me that much, and I don't know, it just seems like so much effort. And sometimes I've seen a lot of people get them really wrong, and I'm like, I don't want to look like that. That was a really easy brow to do. I like this pencil. I mean, did it warrant being like almost £20? I don't think so. Because I have my favorite one is from Body Collection one. It's literally £1.50, and it's freaking insane. It's so good. Like I think I actually prefer it to my Huda one, and my Huda one was like my top one. Okay, I ain't mad at those brows. They're all right. This is a good color. This is the color Stud, and I feel like it's quite nice and ashy. I like an ashy brow. Okay, I quite like this eyebrow pencil. You know, I thought this was gonna be a dud, and I was gonna complain about it being overpriced, but I actually quite like it. All right, so next I've got eyeshadow. So I've got this eyeshadow palette, and it's in the shade Amber x9. Legit, this eyeshadow palette was £28. I'm gonna show you the size and the shade, and you're gonna be like, what? So this little tiny palette, like the eyeshadow as big as my fingertip, £28. I'm like, what? So these are the shades. So you have a nice range of neutrals and then a few pops of shimmer. It's a nice everyday kind of palette, but I don't know what the heck warrants a £28 price tag. I just don't get it. What is that, like £3 a shadow? It's wild. It's white. No. Okay, I mean, we're gonna try these shadows, we're gonna test them out, but I just do not think that this little tiny baby pan is worth £3. What? I think the first shade I'm gonna go into is this one right here. It's like a nice little mauvey, cool toned everyday color. Yeah, that's a little bit pinky as well, so I quite like that. You know what, I might get brave later and try and use this in the blush area. I'm not gonna lie, this was a really nice easy shadow to just lay down. It blended really nice. It's really soft, it's pigmented, that's actually really nice. I go into this brown underneath just to kind of warm things up a little bit more, like deepen it. It is a bit of kickback, I won't lie. And at £3 a shadow, that does bother me. I mean, literally it's the size of my fingertip and it's giving kickback. I don't think I'm gonna have anything left in like 2 uses. I think I'm gonna do like a neutral everyday kind of look, to be honest. Because there's not that much you can do with this palette. It's just full of like everyday neutrals. It's all like blending really nicely. Then I'm going to take the deepest shade and just kind of buff that in as well, just to kind of deepen things. Maybe we'll do like a slightly smoky eye. As much as I don't like the price point, these are performing. I will not lie. I'll give them their moment to shine, because they are shining. That actually was really nice to use. Now we're gonna move on to some of the shimmers. I think we're gonna like start from the lightest to the darkest. So I'm gonna take that in the inner third, this light one, then this gold one in the middle, and then on the outer edge, I'm gonna like mix a bit of these two, and we're just gonna kind of create a nice like ethereal smoky eye. I've never tried the shimmers. Ooh, that's really nice. It's like more of like a satin finish. It's nice. That's pretty. I have no complaints there. That's smooth. A little goes a long way. Formulation wise, I can't fault these. So next we're going into that gold shade. Ooh, that's pretty. I'm just gonna blend that and just kind of take it middle. You know what? This palette is like your perfect everyday / traveling palette, because it has like all the neutrals, all the pops of shimmer that you would need. It's just like a great everyday palette. I'm gonna take a little mix of the two, and I'm gonna take it just on the brow bone. I take a little bit of that in the inner corner as well. A mix of those two shimmers. Yeah, so the new Lord of the Rings show is out, and I'm so excited to watch it. The inner nerd in me is like, yeah. I think I'm gonna do a full marathon of all the Lord of the Rings movies, and then I'm gonna start the show. I remember watching all the Lord of the Rings movies in cinema with my mum, because she loves like that genre. No, and I love a good like sci-fi / fantasy kind of movie. I just love it. I'm gonna take the deeper shimmers and just kind of deepen it out a little bit. Ooh, that is just looking great. Love that, love that. Yes to this. Right, under the eye, I'm gonna kind of smoke out the under eye and just use this shade here. It's like a matte with glitters in it, and it's like the darkest shade in the palette. This is a great palette. I've never been so excited to use a neutral palette. This is my eye look. It's like a little bit of like a smoky eye. It's like more of like an ethereal one. I feel like we've opened up the eyes around here and then it's a little bit smoky at the ends. I really like it. And shall I tell you another thing that I like? I really like that this is magnetic. Like, it's satisfying. Do I think it's overpriced? Absolutely. Do I think it should be like maybe half the price? Yes, because look at the size of this. It's tiny. But every single shade works. It literally is foolproof, and it's beginner slash pro slash any kind of person friendly. Yes to this. I'm really surprised about that. Before I carry on, I'm gonna take my brush and I'm gonna try and put that like first kind of neutrally pink shade on my cheek and wish for the best. Ooh, I feel like that added like a little mauve pink touch. That's perfect. Actually, that is great. Right, I think I've just found a way to kind of blush myself up a little bit. I said I was finished with that palette, but I'm actually not, because I'm gonna use this matte brown shade right here in the middle as a liner, and I think it's gonna work. Okay, I've done like a little wing situation. It's nothing too intense, but just given like a little bit of intensity to the eyes, and I feel like it's worked really well. I'm gonna take a little bit and just kind of line the inner part of my eye just to kind of give that cat eye effect a little bit. Yeah, okay, that's worked out really nice. For mascara, I have two options right here. So I have the MAC Stack, the mini one, which I've already tried on my channel, so I feel like I might use the other one. If you want to see a review on the MAC Stack, like legit, just check my channel out. There's a review on there. This is the MAC 3D Dimension Mascara. No, in Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash Mascara. That is a long ass name. I quite like the packaging. This is the packaging. Ooh, she big. Right, all right. This looks promising to me. Right, one coat in. This is flipping promising. Feel like I'm gonna have the best lashes today. What on earth? I'm not even going anywhere. I love it. Can you see my lashes? Like, one is done, one nothing. Like, wow. Okay, I'm not gonna lie here, but I think this is as good as the MAC Stack. Look at the length and the volume, and it's literally taken me like 2 or 3 coats. This is my kind of mascara where you're not having to go over it 20 million times, because who has the time for that? This is amazing. Yeah, honestly, this is worth the price tag. This is one of the better mascaras I've used in a long time. This is so good. I am in awe at how good this is. I was not expecting to like this as much as I do, but my lashes are so good. The formulation is really good. It doesn't dry down too quick. It's not too wet. It doesn't clump. It's just chef's kiss. Like, it's so good. I'm literally shocked that everything has worked so far. I'm like, what? Right, so for lips, I have quite a lot. I have so many actually. Like, I've been collecting MAC lipsticks for ages, but I have a few different options. So I have like a darker lip liner. It's in the shade Bittersweet. So I want to do like an ombre lip. I literally have like 6 different bullet lipstick options here. I've got like a Powder Kiss liquid color, which I might go into this because I've not tried it. I've got a gloss in the shade Spy. I have quite a lot. This is in the shade Princess Incognito, and I love this pink. I use it like all the time. I've got Ruby Woo, which is like your classic red, and this is just like iconic. I've got Brave and Sea Sheer, so this is like a really nice pinky one. I actually went on an absolute binge of buying MAC lipsticks. I bought about 5 different ones. Literally cost me an arm and a leg, and they were all nudes. literally, probably to a guy, they would look exactly the same because it was just like slight variations. Like one was warm, one was cool, one was neutral. I use this one a lot as well. This one's Brave. And then obviously I have like Velvet Teddy and stuff. But I kind of wanted to use something I don't really use. So I think I'm gonna go into this Powder Kiss lip color because I've not tried the formulation. It's in the shade Mullet Over, so I'll show you. So this is the color, and I actually think it's gonna be a really nice like off red kind of color. Let's open it up. Yeah, it's kind of a little bit orangey red, and I'm kind of excited to use that. I really quite like MAC lip liners. You can't go wrong with them. Ooh, I quite like that. I feel like it's a little bit orangey for my own taste because I don't really opt for these kind of tones, but I like the lip combo. It's cute. And I really like the feeling. It's like a very, very soft, velvety matte formulation. It's really nice. The last thing I'm going to do is spritz my face with a lot of Fix Plus. I've got like a few of these little samples that they always send with the orders. So I'm just going to use a few of these. Yeah, I have to say MAC Fix Plus is a great setting spray. It's actually one of the better ones on the market. This, the Urban Decay one, the Morphe one, those are like absolute staples. Right guys, so this is my full face of MAC Cosmetics. I am actually blown away at how much I like everything. I'm not joking. I spent a pretty penny on all this stuff and I thought there's definitely going to be duds, but honestly, when I say everything worked, it worked. I don't think there's anything that I've disliked. I'm looking at my face of makeup and I feel like this is like the perfect everyday makeup. This is a good face of makeup, like the highlight, the blush, the bronzer, that whole palette. This whole palette is actually really gorgeous. The eyeshadows actually, I'm so shocked I'm saying this, but that little eyeshadow palette was literally so overpriced, but it was so good. This is like the perfect everyday eyeshadow palette. The shimmers are actually shimmery and blinding. The mattes are creamy and they blend really nicely. It's just foolproof. The brow pencil, I actually really like that. I would actually be interested in using, like, getting a brow gel or something from MAC in the future because I feel like I really trust the brand now. Like, sometimes I've tested brands and loads of things I thought were gonna work do not. This is like literally the opposite. I thought loads of stuff was not gonna work, but everything has worked. So I feel like they've gained my trust. Like, I would branch out and try different products from them just because I feel like they are well formulated. The lip products are really nice. You can't really go wrong. Like, MAC have some of the best lipsticks and some of the best lipstick shades on the market. You just cannot go wrong with a MAC lipstick. The mascara was really especially nice. The powder foundation is really nice too. I will note though, I feel like I am getting quite oily, so I don't think like that foundation is the best at keeping oils at bay. Like, I feel like the foundation has let oils seep through quite a lot. So I would say you need like a really good strong powder to kind of set everything if you're going to use that foundation. That being said, foundation, concealer, I actually really enjoy using them. Good products. I didn't enjoy the primer version, which was the gold one. It was just, I still have gold specks in my roots. Just, why? I kind of don't understand the product. I get it. Like, maybe you'd want that underneath your makeup, but who the heck would spray that on top of their makeup? Because it literally, like, my forehead and my cheeks were literally covered in gold glitter. I'm a bit like, what? I was the Tin Man. I was literally the Tin Man. So who uses that on top of their makeup? I don't actually know. Full face of MAC Cosmetics complete. It was absolute win. Like, everything worked and I'm a little bit speechless. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a like, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.